Ok, ciao a tutti. Hi everybody. How are you? Do you hear me? How is the audio? Is the video? How is the quality? Everything is okay. Badass. Okay, let me check. I have to switch off here. Okay. Just a moment. Ok. Hear me. Ciao ragazzi, ciao a tutti. Questa sera facciamo un po' di inglese e un po' di italiano. This evening, today, some Italian, some English. Okay. Let's do the same. Good evening. Okay, let's enlarge. Okay. There are some lags. Sorry, I refresh the web browser. Scusate che ricarico un attimo. con i browser ogni tanto lag, quindi faccio un attimo refresh. There is some problems with refresh. Ok. Andrea Del Rossi, fenomeno cazzutamente fucking cazzuto. Thank you very much, Andrea Del Rossi. So this evening, hi to all Fractal user and maybe some non-Fractal user, because I think this clinic could be also interesting for non-Fractal user. Quindi questa sera è sia per i possessori di Fractal che i non possessori di Fractal. Ok, let me check your questions. So you are free to make any question you want, of course, but mainly I try to speak in English. Sorry, because I know there are some guys from every part of the world. So if you also write down where are you from, I like to know. Thank you very much. Quindi ho chiesto, I speak some a bit in Italy and a bit in English. Ho chiesto di scrivermi da dove scrivete. Looking and sounding great, Marco. Steven Crosby, ciao Steven, how are you? Nice to see you. Venice, Marco Bernardinello, no, it's quite close to me. Ok, Massimiliano, ciao. Ciao a tutti ragazzi, ciao. I know, let me check how many people. There are people from G66 YouTube channel. There are people from G66 Facebook page. I invite everybody to come into the YouTube channels because you can participate to the chat, and also the quality of the audio and video is much better than Facebook. Ok? Thank you so much. Molto bene. Seguirti questa volta Hybrid Clinic English Italia sarà la volta buona che impara un po' di inglese. Sì, Massimiliano. There are some Italian people has to speak English, otherwise it's difficult because I am on G66 channel, so there are a lot of European customers, and maybe like Steven Crosby, for example. Where are you from, Steven? USA, I know, but where exactly? Ok. Ciao Marco, Manuel 80, ciao Marco, finalmente anch'io ho l'FM3, spettacolare. Ok, Manuel says that finally he own the FM3. I'm very happy. I'm from Perugia. I'm very happy. There are some new users with FM3, so I know some new happy people. For sure. Arino Di Dolo, Alberto Ziliotto. Ciao Alberto. Greeting from Austria, Herbie. Ok, Austria is my second country because I work for an Austrian company. Domani arriva Red Sound, addirittura. Benissimo Andrea, just outside of New York City. Yeah, Steven. Ok. Io sono FM3 Liano e devo dire che è davvero incredibile cioccolatina busta con nome scritto a mano del pliant con Fantoni. Yeah. Paul 29, you're speaking about the when in Italy, in Europe, when we receive the FM3, there is also the chocolate inside offered by G66. Thank you very much. It is a very, very nice surprise. Happy user FM3 from Poland, Thomas Karczewski. Okay, as usual, it's quite difficult to read the Poland name, but yeah, here. Paco Casanovas, here from Switzerland. Paco Casanova is a Spanish name, but you come from Switzerland. I'm happy. Nice to meet you. Buonasera a tutti, ho ricevuto FM3 una settimana fa e finalmente sento suono digitale che è credibile fino in fondo, grande acquisto, super consigliato. Ok, I'm happy to see what Adriano Pellicone wrote, that he is very happy because finally he can feel the really amp sound from the digital device. Okay. We met at, I know, Steven, I have also the picture with you. Absolutely. Sushi è stata fantastica, un servizio tedesco, sì, e sushi è danese, attenzione. I shirt myself, ciao, from Portugal, obrigado, Portugal, only obrigado, I cannot say anything else. Ciao Marco, stasera c'è anche un bassista obsoleto in ascolto, Ludo Sambin, grandissimo Ludovico, che piacere. Roberto, Domicolo, and Marco, better you than Sanremo, sure. Okay, some people are you looking Sanremo? Maybe you with one eye to Sanremo and one eye to Phantom, maybe. Jose Ordonez, because there is hi Marco, I have doubt. How do you think is best way to edit and create effects in Fractal units? With headphone or with studio monitors? Thank you so much. Greetings from USA. Very good questions. I put in evidence because this is a good question. My suggestion from this point of view is to make sounds with everything you use to listen to music. Starting from the studio monitors, it's better, but you have to take care not only of on the studio monitor. You have to take care of the ambient, because it is really important that the ambient you are is acoustically. Can I say acoustically? I don't know. It is the acoustic is well controlled by some procedure. So it is important to use the monitors, but in a right ambient. Otherwise, you can have some resonances, some influence of the ambient, and the listening is not very good. So you can use a headphone also, but try to use different monitorings, because you have to understand that, okay, start from the monitor, because with the monitor you can feel every details of the sounds. Then listen your sounds also in your standard listening system. So it could be the AirPod, or your stereo car, or your hi-fi equipment in your house. The important thing is you make a lot of check with different devices, and so only in that case you are sure that your sounds good in every device, because that makes no sense that in your studio the sound is perfect, and when you change it to your car stereo, the sound is completely different. Something doesn't work very well. Okay. Rashad Nejidi, sei bravo, complimenti. Thank you very much, Rashad. Strumentale, apertura da paura. Sanremo può aspettare, un saluto da Vigonza. Ok, Vigonza is very close to me. Marco Bacco, serata Fractal, buonasera a tutti gli appassionati. Ciao Vaccargiu. And even with Marco is better than week in Sanremo. Thank you very much. Domanda magari banale, ma come utilizzare Fractal con le backing track? Non c'è un modo particolare per utilizzare. The question is how to use Fractal FM3 with the backing track. It's like the same of other devices. You can use, of course, Fractal FM3 like your audio interface, and so you can play the backing track via FM3. You can do this, absolutely. But I don't know if I understood correctly the question. Buonasera, perché Fantome farò paparappa. Marco Cereda, ciao Marco, grazie di essere qui. Molto bene ragazzi, very well. I would like to show you the new features of the Firmware 3.02 beta. Okay, remember it is a beta version. So if you wanted to try, first of all, you have to make the backup with the Fractal bot. Okay, I remember you how to make the backup. I show you immediately. So let's share the screen and I show immediately. This is for the beginners, but also for the expert user. Okay, let's go. Let's open the Fractal bot. Fractal, where is it? Okay. The first operation you have to do is to open the Fractal bot, select your device. Okay, remember if you click on this flag, you can hide the legacy device. So if it is not enabled, you can see all the devices. If you have the last one, you can see only the AXFX3 and FM3. So select the FM3. Okay. Okay, remember to use the Fractal bot is better to close the editor. This is very important. Sorry. So let's open the Fractal bot again. FM3. Okay, and now is connected to the beta version 3.02. Okay, so go to the receive mode and click on the begin and select what you want to backup. You can backup the preset A, B, C, D. Okay, typically up to on the first 3 banks there are the factory presets. So maybe makes no sense to backup the factory preset, but if you want, you can do it. It is only a matter of time, because more preset you want to backup, more time needs the system to backup. From preset number 384, you have the user preset that are very important, and the user cabinet. This is very important, and also the system and foot controller settings. Okay, you can backup the individual preset, backup the current preset from editor, or user cabinet. I suggest you to backup only this option. So click on OK, and it starts to make the backup. This is the operation you have to do regularly. I suggest you every month, every time you change something, every time you update the software, every time you because it is very important. If you want to keep safe your preset, make the backup as usual. It's a software, it's a computer, so every computer can have a problem. So ok, ciao Marco, ciao a tutti. Hi to foreign friends, Tilio Pecora. Okay, hi to foreign friends, thank you very much. So let's wait. You see there is some files that needs to make the backup. And in the meantime, where to find the beta version? Because typically, okay, you go to the G66 website. Let's check in English, that is better. You have to go to the product, Fractal Audio, FM3. You go to the downloads, and downloads, you can download the last official firmware. You can see here only the official one. You cannot find the 3.0.2 because it is a beta version. Beta version is available where? Is available on the Fractal forum. Okay, I enlarge the screen so you can see better. Okay, where is the official Fractal forum? Is here. Sorry. forum.fractalaudio.com. Okay. I suggest you to subscribe this forum because you can find a lot of important informations, and also you can find the news directly from Cliff Chase, from Matt Piccone, from Cooper Carter, from Mark Day, and all Fractal guys. Okay. In the meantime, I check Fractal bot has completed the functionality. Okay, so I can close it. Well, you can scroll down and you can see in the FM3 discussion, there is the firmware version 3.02 beta 1. Okay, remember it is a beta version, so it is a version as need to tested, as could have some bugs. So you have to be aware about the fact that it's not a realized version. It is only a beta version. There is a question from Marco Bacco. The question is possible to recover the previous version of the firmware? Absolutely yes. The answer is yes. But the problem is if you recover the any firmware you want, because you can recover also the firmware 1.0. But remember that you lose your user preset, because the user preset made by newest version of the firmware are not readable with the older firmware version. Lo dico in italiano: voi potete fare l'upgrade, il downgrade del firmware quando volete, però se fate il downgrade non vedete più i preset fatti con l'ultimo firmware. Ok, per quello è importante fare il backup. Ok? So, thank you. So let's go to the page number 1, and as you can see here, you can have a link of download the version, the firmware 3.02 beta 1, and also what is really important is to download the editor, because usually, always, let's say, new firmware means new editor. Otherwise, you cannot have the new functionality of the new firmware. Okay, so typically firmware and editor runs together. Not always together, because if there is something to fix on the editor could have a new version typically. But okay, mainly new firmware means new editor. Okay, so you download here the firmware and you download the editor. When you download the firmware, okay, now it is downloaded. Let's open the firmware. Okay, you have there is a firmware with the extension of SYX. There is the firmware update guide. Okay, it is the explanation how to make the update, and also there is the releases notes that are very important. So let's check together the new releases. Okay, and also there are in the forum the new release. There are typically in the new firmware there are some added features like this, and we will see these new features. There are some improving, and there are some bug fixed. Okay, typically with the beta version, the number of the bug fix is quite high. Okay, and when you reach the final version, the final candidate version, the numbers of the fixed issue are reduced. Okay. The question is from Marco D'Ambrosio. Quali sono I miglioramenti? No, which is the improvement? Improvement is improved bias excursion algorithms. Quindi l'escursione della bias. Some improvement are really, let's say, really particular and not maybe not valid for all amp model. Improved how to FM3 remains connected to the USB, for example. Sometimes you can have a disconnection with USB, so it's fixed this issue. The user interface now more responsive when iCPU. This is very important, because sometimes when the CPU is really loaded, the interface could lag, and now this is fixed. And also there are some fixed overlapping and so on and so on and so on. There are some other minor issues, not so bad. So what is important is to analyze together what is the newest version, newest features added with this firmware, and that are very important. That are very important because there are some, especially the first one, are really important, and I will show you what is the per preset and global performance page, and you will be happy when you see these new features. Okay, there is a question from Attilio Pecora. Are new version of FM3 product are installed with new firmware, Marco? No, as I told you, Attilio, the new firmware, when you receive the FM3, you receive the FM3 with the official released version. And now the official released version, as I show you on the G66 website, is the 3.01. So the newest, if you want to check, because it is a beta version could have problem, of course. So it makes no sense to upload the FM3 with a beta version. Never occurs and make no sense, absolutely. So let's check this new feature added the per preset and global performance with the public release of firmware. So this is very nice because I show you in the editor. Let's open the editor. Okay. And I will show you the camera on FM3. Let me take the right focus. Okay, this is my FM3. You can see here there are new page perform PP and perform GBL global. What are these new page? Let's check together. Now this page is empty, and this page is managed by this new section of the editor here, perform. Let's check what is it. Practically, you can create your dashboard of the preset and declaring what knobs and what parameter you want to control immediately on the screen. As you can see, the per preset performance are empty now. The global performance control now is already set up. I show you what means to have this one. Let me show on. Let's go with the page. So to have the, let me check the focus. Okay. As you can see, you can have on the screen on the FM3 every parameter you want, and you can tweak immediately with the knobs here. And you can have 2 rows to pass from the new rows. You can use the arrows. So this is very useful, especially during the live, because as Fractal did in the AX8 version, where you have the physical knobs to tweak immediately the amp settings, like the gain, like level, like equalization, bass, middle, treble, gain, presence, and so on and so on. Here you have more possibility because you can add any parameter you want. Let's check together how to work. So let's come back to the editor. Okay. And you go. You can reset the label. You can reset. Let's reset all labels so we can start from 0. Okay. So you have some slot where you can upload directly the parameter of the amp. You can do in different way. You click on the slot and select this one, and for example the amp block, and you can, for example, add the input drive. Very easy. When you select the knob, okay, appears this this square. You click on this area, not on the knob, but in this area, and drag and drop where you want to put the knob. Okay, let's check on the FM3 screen. Okay, as you can see, I add on the slot number 1 the amp input drive. So if I move the knob A, I can tweak directly the input drive of the amp 1. Let's go ahead. So I wanted to have the bass. Yeah. The middle. Yeah. The treble. And maybe the level, okay, because presence maybe is not useful, but I wanted to have the level, okay. And this is the upper row, and you have possibility to have the second row, where you can put a different kind of parameter, and you can mix any parameter you want. If you click on the empty slot and you click here, you can select, for example, the delay, and you can, for example, put the level of the delay. I can select the chorus. I can put the mix of the chorus. I can select any parameter I want, the reverb, for example, and I can add the mix of the reverb. Let me check your question. A new version of FM3 Proto. Ok, collezione ricevuto oggi. Ok, then I must download it from website. Ok, thank you. Amazing, molto interessante questo. Sì, molto interessante, Marco. This is very interesting, guys, because it's very useful, especially when you play live, because you can have the direct accessing of any parameter you want. And you have the per preset page. This is the per preset. You can see here. Performance PP means per preset, but also you can have the global one. So every preset can have his own map of the knobs, and also you have the global preset for every preset. If I change the preset, so this remains the same for every preset, but the per preset change from any preset, and it is useful because you have practically double page. Typically on the global preset, you put the parameters of the amp block, and in the per preset, typically you can put the effects and so on. So it is very easy. Are there any questions about this? You can also copy, you can reset the label. I don't remember how. You can also save to the library, for example. This is very important. Save and select, okay. Very, very useful. Okay, no questions. Remember that you have a possibility to change the row and have different, because I have 5 knobs on top and 5 knobs on bottom. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's check the second new features on the add down tune. There are some new features for the tuner, and some features are very interesting. So let's come back to the editor, and you can go to the setup. On the setup, there are some new features that you can configure, especially the new device name. You can assign your device name, Marco, for example, and you can see here. This is nice. This is nice, but it's not only nice. Is let me close the logo. You can see here the name of the device, because you can have different devices connected, and you can easily access to the device you want. But it is also nice that your FM3 has your name also, or as your desired name. Okay. Okay, so let's come back to the editor, and you have two new possibilities. On the output, you can select in a graphic and parametric equalizer. Sorry. So you have two different equalization for the output 1 and output 2, and you can select graphic or parametric one. If you select, for example, parametric and you go to output 1, you can see the typical parametric option. If you select the graphics, is the typical graphic equalizer. Sorry. Okay, so this is a new features. The other one are the same. Audio USB. Hi Mark, where do you find that useful knob protector with the grip? Okay, I will put on the below the video the link to to get this protector. Protector is a knob very useful because increase the grip of the knobs. Very nice. It's made by my friend Ismaele of Smart 3D Parts. Okay, so you mean this one. And you can also select the color that you want. Very nice. Do you know if the Genius engine will also available on the FM3? Absolutely yes, Kernigan. But before they have to finish on the XFX3. Okay, I shared myself. If you have a mix of two cabs, what's your approach to have low and high cut on the perform page? Okay, please do this question later on, because I wanted to finish the new features of the firmware. Then we can discuss for general questions. Thank you very much. I shared myself. So this is very interesting question. Okay. So let's come back to the editor. So we see the new output features. The scales is the same. Oh, the tuner is has new features you can find here. Okay. Okay. Add the setup global config output EQ. So we already see these features. No, the foot switch tuner mode setup, foot controller config which user OLED. Okay, this is very interesting. And I show you what's happened when I activate the tuner. I have to zoom out, and you can see here on the foot switch. I decrease the. Okay, as you can see, practically on the foot switch, the tuning. The three foot switch becomes, let's say, a new visualization for the tuner. Okay. So helps you easily. Okay. So the central foot switch become green when the tune is okay. Okay, this is a new features for the tuner. Okay, let's go ahead. This is the internal features, the detector type for expander. Okay, this is quite complicated to show you. It's a new detector for the expander gate, and the fusion amount time parameters. This parameter are not so easy to show because are special parameter for the crystal echoes, for example, is a new diffusion amount and time parameter. You have to before to explain this, it's better that you you try yourself what is the crystal echo. Is a very how can I say special functionality. I can show you here. There is this parameter, for example, on the pitch. If I add the pitch here and pitch in crystal echoes, okay, you have new diffusion. Where is it? Diffusion parameter. Okay, is a new diffusion. So you have to try yourself this new parameter. Okay. What I would like to show you is this. I don't know if you know this possibility. This is the volume pedal. I'll show you better. Okay. And what's happening if I rise down? Tack. Do you know that it's possible to activate automatically the tuner when you close the volume? How many people already know this? This is not a feature of the last firmware. It's not a new feature. It is in the previous one, but maybe people doesn't know this. I show you how to enable these features. It's not really easy to understand. So let's zoom on the screen because you have to go to the global parameters. Okay, setup. Sorry. Go to the setup, and you find these features on the MIDI and MIDI remote parameters. Click here. Okay, so you go to the bypass menu. No, sorry. Okay, sorry, not on the bypass, but on the other. These are other features, and you can see here tuner on heel down. Sorry. So, and here you have to select what is the parameter you want to assign to the tuner heel down parameter. So in this case, when I heel down the pedal, automatically the tuner is activated. Okay, and this is the effect. Okay. At the moment, I finished the new features of the firmware 3.02. The other features are some improvement, and so I am open to answer to your question. Text, I'm interested. Okay, ciao Marco. What are the improvement in terms of sound with this firmware, and when he will have the Genius? No, there is no any improvement about the sounds. The sounds remain the same. The Genius will be available for XFX3 because it is still in the beta version for XFX3. So I expect that there will be no more time to have the new Genius firmware on FM3. Okay, let's come back to this question of I shared myself. If you have a mix of two cards, what is your approach to have lowered and high cut on the performance? So this is very interesting question. I take my headphone because I wanted to play and to have the microphone activated. So let me check. Okay. So let's take the guitar. And open the editor. this preset, for example, could be interesting because there is an Plexi. The amp is the famous Plexi 50 watts 6550. Okay, and this is the cabinet. In this case, I'm using a third-party cabinet from Valhalla. But you can use, of course, any kind of cabinet. Let's check this one, for example. Okay, let's check another channel to work. This could be nice. Okay, to reset any block, I remember you that you can type Command I on the keyboards, or you go to the block and reset channel. Okay, so this is the default amp, default cabinet for any amp. So how to match the proper cabinet with this amp? The philosophy and the strategy is, I would say, to do the same thing that you do in the real world. What means, if the real world you use, for example, greenback cabinets, use the greenback cabinets, or vintage 30, or Eminence, or whatever. But where I can get the information about the cabinet? So this is very important because we have the Wiki Fractal website. Remember this, where you can have any information of Fractal, and there are the amplifier model list, but also the cabinet model list. And this is very important to understand what is the meaning and the list of all cabinets. Cabinets are named by a string, and typically there is the size of the cabinet, 1 by 12, for example, the name of the brand of the cabinet, okay, typically the name and typology of the microphone, and also the position of the microphone. This one, for example, this is 1 by 12 vibrato lux, okay, it's a Vibrolux amp. 121 is typically the Royer 121 ribbon microphone, okay. In reverse, the words after the microphone means the position or a different status of the microphone used by to create the impulse response. So typically, if I work with the Plexi sound, the typical cabinet for Plexi is the greenback. How I can select the greenback? Very easy. So click on the picker. You have the list of all cabinets, or you scroll down the list, but it is too much. It needs too much time. Or you click 4 by 12 on the search bar, and you can select directly all the 4 by 12 cabinet. Then you can see the cabinet with GB means greenback. I can also type only GB. And you see, I have only the cabinet with GB suffix, and I expect that this cabinet are equipped with greenback. So let's select the first one. I select directly this one because I like the AX cabinet, and this sounds nice to me. And I can select any cabinet. How can I select the cabinet by cabinet? Type GB. Remember to pin the window here, so you can easily scroll down and the windows remain open. This is 1 by 12 cabinet. So go directly to the 4x12. Okay, so there is also X Rixta from Australia. Ciao X Rixta. X Rixta. Thank you very much. Australia means the time is morning, right? Should be 9 or 10 hours later. P. Daniels, thank you very much. Okay, so as you can see, here you have the cabinets, the composition of the cabinets, 4x12, the name of the brand of the cabinet, AX, it is the factory that make it. GB means Greenback. 57, it is the typical Shure 57 microphone, and there is different letter. Any letter means different position, different inclination of the microphone, and you have to check any microphone because it's really important. And it is important to understand how big influence has the microphone, not only in the cabinet, but also in the position of the cabinet. And I ask by myself how many guitar players take care about the position of the microphone. Typically, they have his sound on stage, and they put a SM57 in front of the speakers, and that's it. And you can feel here how big difference sounds the microphone is if you change the position. This is the same cabinet, same microphone, but different position. Maybe this is much more closer to the center, and this is on the periphery. Okay. Okay, this is maybe this is just in the center of the speaker. So the question is how you combine different cabinets, because, for example, I like the sound of the 57 because it's very crispy on the high end, but has not so much bass room. So I select this one, for example. I can also mark with the color because it's my favorite. You can easily mark the cabinet you want by clicking the right mouse button and assign color you want. Yellow, for example, and you can filter the color here. So if I select yellow, it shows me only the pre-assigned impulse, pre-assigned cabinets. So it's very easy to make order in your mind and make order in your FM3. So it is absolutely important. Yes, 8:20 a.m. Okay, thank you, Rikstar. So, for example, I like this sound, but it is too bright. I want to have more bass, so I can add a second cabinet here, the same typology of cabinet. And which one? For sure not the same cabinet with microphone. I can do what I do in the real world, in real life. And typically the typical combination is the SM57 with the Royer 121. So I can select this one, for example. Unmute the cabinet, and let's check what's happened. Quite nice. If I mute, sounds nice. If I mute the 57, it's too dark. Too bright. Mute. I give you some hints to set up the cabinets. I suggest you, for example, to slightly pan the cabinet left and right here, and the sound becomes wide. I can show you again. Yeah, nice. Hi, Larry from USA. You can also pan extremely on the left and right, but the result is not so nice. There's too much difference, of course. I suggest you to pan only a bit. Only a bit. Yeah. So you can also individually tweak the level of the cabinet. If you can go down with this one. But I wanted to let at the 0 dB. So go to the preamp section. I suggest you to set the low cut at least at 100 Hertz. This is mandatory because the guitars have no sound on lower on the of the 100 Hertz. Absolutely. So and typically this is the mandatory setup. The low high cut, you can decide yourself what is better for you. If you want more bright, you can keep 10 kilohertz, or you can close. This is up to you. I'd like to keep on the high frequency because in the mix, the high frequency are mixed with the backing track. I give you another hint, very interesting, to use the room level to give you the same amp in the room effects. It is let's say a very short reverb and help you to feel the exact effect of the amp in the room. So very nice. I switch off the reverb here, and you can hear only the short reverb. It seems to be in the toilet, in the restroom. It is a small room, but it's very nice. This is very dry. And this is very nice to me. Okay, so let's see the difference between different cabinets. This is channel A with always AX cabinet. It's a different combination. This is the new. This, for example, it is the same impulse response, but with the high proximity. Proximity helps you to increase the proximity effects, but I suggest you don't exaggerate with this parameter. Otherwise, you have a problem in the PA. Because it's much more in the bottom, but this could be dangerous. And this for channel D is the Valhalla impulse response, is a third party. It's a completely different sound. What do you like? Tell me. Attilio says B. Okay. Rick says, hey. It's a very hard decision. What is better? What it is very important is to check the sound, as we mentioned before. Check the sound in the mixer, in the mix. This is very helpful because the sound itself is this is bad, this is not. But remember, this sound has a quality, but you have to check in the mix. So let's keep. What can I take, for example? Let's check. Let's check a backing track, and I play over the backing track, so we can feel the sound in over the backing track. It's completely different feeling, and this is much more important to understand. Let me check. Backing track could be useful for this. Okay, this one maybe. Let me check. This is the B. Sorry, it is. Let's check the A. For example, B is, to me, sounds better in this mix. But of course, it's a matter of taste. It depends on you. But the important thing is not check only the sound itself, but check the sounds over the backing track. So only in this case you can understand if the sound is correct. Well, take only bass and drum backing track. Ciao Livio. Okay. Yes, but I don't want to take, because the bass and drum means nothing, because it depends if there is also the keyboards. Let's check a backing track with the keyboards, for example. It is better because it's important to understand if on the keyboard there is no overlapping. I'm checking. Okay, this one, for example. No, this. For example, in these songs, the A is better, and depends also of the song. To me, this sounds better than the B. Let's try G, B, or D. Okay, to me, for these songs, the A is, to me, is better than the other one. I can pan a bit. So don't stay only in one choice. Try to. So you have 4 channels, so let's make different possibilities and check with different channels what is the best solution for the mix of the sound, not only the sound itself. This is my important hints I wanted to give you. But B is not too mixable. It depends. With this, depends of the song. With this song, I don't like so much B. And it seems also the volume is much more on the A. Let's try a B again. Of course, dear guys, is a matter of test. Everyone has his own test, but it's only sample. Don't stop to okay. Oh, this sound is good for me. To me, yes, but let's try the sound with different mix. I can select another backing track, for example, this one. Where is it? Okay, for example, this one. Okay, let's try the B. Even this backing track, I prefer the A. You can check here how much is important is the delay in this kind of backing track. Delay is very important, and the delay could also change the perception of the sound. So let's try. What's happened? Ah, sorry. I changed the delay, not the cabinet. It is absolutely a matter of taste. There is no, to me it sounds better A, but B is also good, and depends of what is your favorite sound. The important thing is you try the sound on a mix, not only itself. Okay, A my favorite as well. Daniele Liverani says A is okay. Hi Marco, in your opinion, how much better are nowadays model-based amp simulations since when Line 6 released Pod XT? Daniele, I have to I have this logo on my t-shirt, so it's difficult to answer, but difficult and not difficult, or it's quite easy. To me, Fractal is absolutely the best in this moment, because I can let's say shape my sounds as I want in the same way of I create the sound with the analog system. This is the answer I can give you. There are no other modeler that can let me to use the same knowledge I got from the past on the analog system, and this is the reason that I like so much Fractal world. Okay. I shared myself. Great explanation, but how can I add just one button on the low cut and another one to high cut on the perform page for both cab? I don't know if you can do this, but we can check. Yes, you can do. So you go to the performance and you can go here, low cut and high cut. So very easy to answer. Very easy to answer. So you have the possibility to check immediately the high cut and low cut and put it in the per preset performance control. This could be helpful. Very good question, because when you are in the rehearsal or on stage, maybe you need to tweak the low cut, especially to avoid because when you are in the stage, big stage with a very big PA system with subwoofer, and so you can feel that the bass you set on the guitar are too much, it is a rumble sound. I don't know if this is correct or word, but it is too loud, too bass, and you have to tweak the low cut parameter. Amazing delay, is it 1/8? Yes, I usually type the 1/8 dotted. Let me check. I show you. Sorry. I use the stereo, analog stereo, 1.8, 1/8 dot. Sorry, and remember to set the left-right time ratio, because this helps to make wide sound. I changed guitar because this guitar is losing the tuning, sorry. I select a different one. Because I have the Floyd Rose and I have to tweak. Let's take this one. My Tokai ESG. Okay. So this parameter is very important, because if you keep at 100%, the delay is in the middle, like it's a mono delay. If you rise down to 90%, and with this method, you can use a very huge delay, and you keep the dry sound in the middle, and the delay are on the left and right, and there is no overlapping of the signal. So you can have so much effects without overlapping. So you can hear the difference. Okay, this is very nice. I am supposed to be working, but it's much more fun watching you. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Okay, if you can put stereo input in a mixer, yes, of course. If you have a mono, you have to consider to use the mono. You have to use on 100%. Well, but when possible, I use stereo sound always. Absolutely. To me, when the people ask me why I like a Fractal, because this you can hear the dynamic. The sound is the same. I don't touch the knob of the volume. I can show you. Very nice, very nice. Oh my, the sound is awesome. It's really awesome. This is one of my favorite Marshall Plexi amp. Mike Zimmerman, hi brother, I just bought the FM3 and I'm really digging what you are doing with I've downloaded a couple of your patches and they sound really good. So love your playing. Thank you very much, Mike. And I remember that you can download a bunch of my free preset on G66 website. I show you now. Don't forget, okay, MMF preset. You can go to the G66 website. You can go to the artist MF Marco Fanton presets, and you can find a lot of my presets, preset of the week. And also, for example, with the MF Dirty, you have also the backing track. This is based on rectifier. This is based on for the bass, for the bass guitar. This is with Friedman BE100 and so on. Let's try this. They are free and you can download and test yourself, of course. Rick R. Marco, what do you use for stage sound monitor or take signal after the amp and divert it to on stage card? I typically go to the mixer, but behind me I use that cabinet you see on the background. Let's check this cabinet with G66 name. Okay, that are my. It's difficult, but it's this cabinet. I show you on the website. Shop prodotti, Red Sound, Alice 8 or MF10. These are full range flat rate cabinet, stereo, mono or stereo, depends. There is a single cabinet who have the power amp inside, the stereo power amp, and the second one is passive, so you can connect it together. And they are amazing. This is the 8-inch cabinet, and this is my signature cabinet, MF10. What is it? Sorry, MF10 Marco Fanton. It is a little bit bigger with the 10-inch speaker, full range speaker, and I connect directly, so I can play also acoustic guitar, voice, keyboards like a PA. Okay. I didn't expect such an amazing play. I wish I could to play like you. Thank you very much, Mazu04. Where are you from, Mazu? Mazu. I don't know. Sorry if I don't make the right pronunciation. Buonasera, Scarlet the Matt. Thanks for okay, Marco, thanks for I have to sleep because tomorrow will be bad working. Okay, thank you very much, Attilio. See you and have a nice day for tomorrow. Thank you so much. Okay. Detlef is Detlef bit 3.02 is better working. Well, yes, is still better working, but to me is not a so big problem until now. But let's wait. If you prefer, you can wait the released version. Nissan, I'm using two Headrush full range cabinet. They sound really good. They are 2000 watts. They are not really 1000 watts. It is digital watts, but I will explain what it's completely different of RMS watts. And Headrush FR are alto cabinet rebranded by Headrush, so they are not special for digital for guitar. You can use as a small PA and so on. These cabinets are made especially for digital model. It's completely different. They are using the coaxial drive. You can check the video from Pete Turner and also from me. And the sound is completely different from the standard FR cabinets like Headrush. But if you are satisfied with this, Headrush is of course a good decision. Cool, thank you, Marco. I really wanted to use my Marshall cabinet on stage, but it might better to if you use the Marshall cabinets. The problem, what is it? It is I explained before what is the difference. The difference to selecting different cabinets. The difference is amazing. It's so huge. So you have to be aware what is your sound on the mixer. If you don't take care so much, you can do what you want, of course. But if you want to have the same sound on the stage and on the mixer, if you use the Marshall cabinets, you have to be sure that your cabinet simulation is very close to the Marshall cabinet sound, plus the microphone, because the simulation is made by the cabinets and also the microphone. To me, from as a backliner could be good, because the important thing that is you can hear your good sound. But I prefer to have the same sound on the mixer that I have on the stage. Mazu, in realtà sono italiano, ma pensavo leggesse solo commenti in inglese. No problem, Mazu, because there are a lot of non-Italian friends. I prefer to speak English. How much are they, Marco, in American dollars? A piece of they look like a really good cabinet. Yes, at the moment they are not distributed in USA. Let us see. You can contact Red Sound, redsound.it, and check if he can ship to USA. Henny from Chris, sorry. Any hints just if it comes up to instantly? How to get the cranked GCM 900 sound regard? Chris, is the data set for the FMDs? The MF10 sorry, I skipped your question, but I come back. The MF10, you have to subscribe the waiting list because the demands is so high, and because the production is, let's say, the company is, let's say, a bit smaller at the moment. They have to get a new production line, so you have to be in the waiting list, and the demand is so high. So I suggest you to subscribe to the waiting list. Okay, you can subscribe here, if I remember well. In the show, you can have the instruction to subscribe the waiting list. Let's maybe in the shop. Okay, red sound, yes. Okay, so you can have the waiting list here. Okay, let's come back to the other question. Okay, let's try to create a sound with GCM 900. Is not, I don't know if there is a GCM 900, but we can use 800. Will do. Thanks, Marco. Thank you very much. So let's come back to the editor and make this new set, this new preset with. Okay, so because I like to have this one as a template, I usually, my working flow is this one. I save this preset to an empty, save to a new preset number, to an empty slot here, for example. Okay, and I call MF GCM preset. Okay, so let's check what GCM is available for this. Okay, first of all, I reset the amp. I always reset the amp. Command I to recover the initial settings of the amp. I click here and I keep pinned the window, so I can type here the GCM. Let's check. No, maybe it's Brit. Typically it's Brit sound. Okay, this is the different Brit sound model. Okay, we can check together. Test or try. I'm new to whole Fractal world and still learning how to work. So, for example, in the Fractal world, the GCM, the Marshall is Brit, is named by Brit. So you have to learn how the name is different because the copyright and so on. So the Brit is a Marshall, USA is the Mesa Boogie, Friedman is Friedman, the name is clear. Okay, you can see here. Euro is the Bogner. Citrus is the orange. So if you go to the Wiki Fractal, remember this website because it's very important. Go to the Wiki Fractal. You have the amplifier model list, and there is the explanation. For example, the Brit the GM45 is based on the Marshall GTM 45. The Brit Brit 800 based on the 50 watt Marshall GCM 800 model 2204, and so on. There's all explanation of the model because the copyright is not possible to declare in a clear format. So if you type in the search bar Brit, you are sure that you select the Marshall. Sorry. I do something wrong. Yes, because I am on the cabinet, maybe. Okay. Brit. No, why? Doesn't work. Let's spin it here. Brit. Brit with the 1T, sorry. Okay, so when I select the Brit amp, I check this one and let's start to play. Wow. This means that this cabinet is absolutely amazing. Let me check the cabinet, because the cabinet means the most of the part of the sounds. And this cabinet is made by the 4x12 AX Greenback. 313 is the microphone. I don't know exactly what is this microphone, maybe, but I know that it sounds very good. It is this is two different cabinets in parallel, in D position and B position. You can hear the difference. This is one. The sound is a bit different, but combine it together. Oh, very, very, very nice. So, very nice. I can increase the gain. Dynamic, it is fantastic. So there are other models of Brit amp, depends of there are some modifications and so on. So let's check. Okay, Brit. The model 34 has more gain. Select this one. More gain. So the difference is huge. So let's check the AFS 100, should be the slash model maybe. The Brit Brown. This GTM. This is too much volume. Louder. Ah, nice. Nice, very nice. And this is jumped. and so on. So what do you prefer? What do you prefer? I don't know. It's it's really difficult to select which one. Maybe this one. Ok. Marco, non trovo il modo per abbinare i wah col pedale di espressione di default external 1, mentre a me servirebbe pedal 1. Devo settarlo in ogni preset? Sì, assolutamente sì. Every time you have to select, for example, the wah. Let's check wah. You have to select here any preset. It's not a global function. You have any preset has to have but you can copy the block. If you copy the block, you can save the settings of the block. So when you make the first wah, you can Control C and Control V, and you can copy the block everywhere. I think 800 mod sound the best to me so far, but thanks. So it depends. The 800 has less gain. It's less gain for sure, and it depends on what you want, of course. What is amazing is the dynamic. Ok, volevo farti sapere che anch'io sono della scuola del full digital, ma resto a vedere il mio rig che si basa sui level rack di Avid. Assolutamente, Alessandro, l'importante è trovare la propria strada. Ok, so if you have no other questions, guys, I can go. So I can play something if in the meantime if you have any question. Una domanda: se ho provato Quad Cortex? No, non l'ho provato. Beh, non è ancora in commercio, quindi non posso provare una cosa che non è in commercio. What is your cabinet impulse IRS means again? I can show you. I can show here. This is the combination with the two cabinets. Please smell yourself if I remember. It's a long time that I don't play this song. I can enlarge, sorry. You are right, sorry. Here it is the cabinet. Do you know a date when? No, I don't know the date. I know that it is the beta for FX3, as I told you before. When the FX3 will be finished, the Fractal will go to develop to adapt the Genius also for FM3. Luca, scusa la domanda stupida, io uso Guitar Rig 6, tra questo e Fractal cambia molto, sono simili, grazie ai complimenti. Sì, cambia moltissimo, Luca, cioè sono tecnologie di simulazione assolutamente diverse. Non che il Guitar Rig suona male, ma diciamo su Fractal non hai queste dinamiche, questo suono così reale, e in più puoi avere degli effetti incredibili, tipo fare cose di questo genere. Per esempio, ok, sono mondi diversi, grazie. Va su PC anche? No, assolutamente no, proprio perché è un sistema che ha bisogno del suo hardware per funzionare. Well, that's a beautiful tone, Michael. Thank you, Mike. And you can create a very complex rig. Due to the routing, you can do things like this, for example. That is very nice. Where is it? Do me a favor and wish my beautiful significant other happy birthday. Her name is Tammy. She really loves your playing. Yeah, Tammy. Happy birthday. So, to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Tammy. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Marco. You are awesome. Thank you very much. You are awesome too, brother Mike. Oh, that space presset sounds amazing. Do you have that for download? Yes, it is on my webpage, together with some other presets I have. Some presets are free on G60C channel. Some presets are not free. So you can check my preset on my website, guys. marcofanton.it. marcofanton, sorry, .it. Okay. Patch and profile. You can hear in the FM3 MF space is this. This is very nice, and it's very complete preset because you have 8 scenes. The rhythm one, the clean, example, the scenes number 6. And you have also a very huge lead. Ok. Sera a tutti, ciao Teo Teocoli. Ciao Teo Teocoli. While you are on that space preset play, I'm buzzed Landau. Yeah, okay. So if I remember well, it is, I don't know, it should be I don't remember the exact riff, but more or less. Ok. Ciao Marco, complimenti. Una domanda diversa: si possono impostare colori diversi sullo stesso switch delle funzioni tap and hold? No, non si possono impostare colori diversi. Colori diversi, different color. The question is if it's possible to set up different color on the switch here. No, you decide the switch. You can change the layout, but the switch color are the same. at the moment. It could be interesting to have a possibility to change the color. This could be a wish request, absolutely. Perfect, thanks as usual, as always, Marco. This live session you do are very helpful. Thank you very much, Dan. I'm happy that is helpful for somebody. I'm loving this. You're blowing me away. Is this blow me away? Sorry. This is awesome. Thank you very much, Mike. Thomas Bisacco, ciao. Fai un test di suoni. Ok, ciao a te, ciao. Test di suoni. Sì, volentieri. Posso farvi un test di suoni. Ok. Ma la suoni anche su richiesta? Se la so, sì, la suono, ma non è che sappia tante cose. Per esempio, qualche preset, tipo questo. Allora, stavo facendo un preset, fatemi vedere, che è questo qui. This sound is made by Class A15. It is Vox Class A 15 watt amp. Very nice. I see 83% CPU. Yes, no, it's not a problem. The problem is when the system stopped to work because you use too much CPU. But usually this value, sometimes if we go to warning, is not a problem. Consider that the plexi delay in plexi verb reach it is a very huge effect and it needs very, very high power to work. Together with the pitch shifter also, and the pitch shifter is set up with the crystal echoes, so it's I can go up to 87 without problem. Very nice. A little John, Patricia. È possibile impostare i VMetters per liberare i vari blocks anche nell'editor? No, i VMetter ce li hai alla fine. Alla fine i VMetter eventualmente diciamo per i singoli blocchi ce li hai solo qui. Ce li hai solo qui. You have the VMetter on the layout page. Okay, you go Okay, you can have the meter to check the sound. Eccolo qua. Ok, guys. So, I think it's time to go. Let me check if there are other questions. Hello, Marco. Patrick Hablant. Hello. You are a bit late. Beautiful play, Marco. Nice tone. Greetings from Cuba. Yeah, from Cuba. What nice. Very nice. I'm very happy to have so many people around the world. Very, very nice. Let me check. Okay. I have a song that I can play. Where is it? Ecco qua. Okay. I play this song because I would like to highlight how it's possible to get so huge effects, but the sounds still on the how can I say still on the top. So I have very huge effects because, but you can hear note by note. This is, to me, it is Fractal is the only effect that can do this. I can play solo, I can play a rhythm, but you can hear any notes, any chords, anything. Great stream, Marco. Thank you, Steven. Thank you very much. Greeting from Bolivia. Wow, Bolivia. My question is if Genius technology will be implemented for FM3. Yes. Several questions regarding this. Okay, yes, absolutely yes. Hello Marco, Patrick, Blunt. Hello. Ok. Sembra di sentire Pink Floyd. Più o meno. C'è un pezzo che potrebbe essere, si potrebbe fare stile Pink Floyd style. This is a song for the night. Ok, guys. Thank you so much. Ok, buonanotte ragazzi. Good night. In Italy now is midnight. Almost midnight. 15 minutes to midnight. Thank you very much. See you. Goodbye.